Thanks for the thumbs ups, thumbs ups, thumbs ups. It's about to start raining. Uh, I think it rained here last night, Millie. Check it out. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. It won't grow without it. If you guys have already subscribed, thank you, thank you. Welcome back, Millie. I'm gonna pronounce that all wrong. Millie de la Prida, Prida, Prida. Give me some pronunciation on that, Millie. And Mr. Floyd channelings both have channels here on YouTube. That's pronounced right, Millie de la Prida. Prida. So if you guys want to go check out their channels, Prida. How y'all doing? I had to pull my hair down my head, and I just took too much, and I have a headache. Let me tell y'all something. I have been craving fucking cigarettes like crazy. I even dream I'm smoking. I'm not smoking. I'm not gonna smoke. It'll be a year next month. I even stopped putting creamer in my coffee, like flavored creamer. You're experiencing headaches too. Well, I had that really bad sinus infection, and then I had the COVID on top of that, and I it's just been probably maybe three weeks that I haven't like had a headache. Some of this is loosening up finally. Um, but it's like I don't drink alcohol anymore. I'm pretty much down to not a whole lot of coffee. Thank you, Millie. Millie put a link in there to Mr. Floyd's channel. Mr. Floyd's channel's Saint Germain. Um, the Violet Flame. That was probably one of the first meditations I did was in the Violet Flame, trying to burn up that karma, right? Um, Millie likes to capture nature and capture things that um, spark her intuition. Turning Japanese. I don't know that song. I don't know who the Vapors are. I quit flavored creamer. I seen this thing, you all, and it's foods, foods or drinks that are banned in other countries, but they sell it here in the United States. And flavored creamer is one of them. Not the natural ones, but like the Coffee Mate and the International Delight. That's all fucking chemicals. Like, it's all chemicals. So, um, with my mom's cancer, um, I heard the other day that is palm oil in the creamer. I don't know what palm oil is, but I heard whatever is in that creamer is terrible. And I mean, that shit's been like crack in my life since the 90s. So really, my mom's pancreatic cancer, I think it really um, had me taking a look at some things, right? And that's that was one of them. And I heard the other day that pancreatic cancer is the silent killer. So, I used to put cinnamon in the filter, in the filter. 411, yeah, 411 on the clock. So I've been seeing like 411, 414, 114. I wrote it down. 414, 114, 144, 344. Numbers that end in 444, as well as numbers that end in 11. Today, right before I turned into the post office, there was a plate in front of me that had 311 on it. And then right before I pulled into the grocery store, there was a plate um, with 211 on it, and that was one at 123. And then the 717, I've been seeing that twice a day. So y'all know, April's grandbaby is doing really, really, really well. So thank you all for the prayers for him. He was born at 7:17 in the morning, and it's so funny because when I texted, where like I texted like I was yelling his name, where are you at? And April told me that he was being born when I texted where are you at, and that was 7:17 in the morning. So I thought that was cool. I'm like, damn, I've been seeing that. I actually had a job interview this morning, and I decided not to go to it. At first, I thought that I should go to it because it's on 717, and then I realized that I'm fucking with my manifestations by going to it. So I decided not to. Millie says 311, 611, 811 all the time. Numbers with 11. Now you're the life doula too. Um, you know, I forgot to email Adam. I know, Millie, you had texted me last night. I fell asleep. You texted me and told me to email Adam about joining his medium thing on Zoom, and um, there's there's definitely I'm definitely I feel like I'm getting ready to start crying. So I'm experiencing some things. 414. That's I see that number a lot. Um, I've been seeing, just some things, and experiencing some things. So, I kind of like needed to get away from the channel for a minute, and I felt like I was going in reverse on my twin flame journey, because I don't know, like, anyway, I wanted to get into the twin flames, but I don't want to really go deep on them. So um, I pulled some oracles for the twins. Um, I I don't know, you know. I know I wasn't the only one feeling the emotions. April and I and Kylie, we had went to dinner the other night, and I told April that I felt like I went in reverse on my twin flame journey. Like I felt like I was really, really like needing him, and I don't want to need him. So I think like with this, it's like no matter really where you are, um,
no matter where you are on your journey. Um, it's really the one thing that makes the twins so much different than like where I have where I've had regular soulmates, right? Regular soulmates, I get over them. I get over regular soulmates. I get over them. I think about them from time to time, or maybe I might see something, that reminds me of them or whatever. But um, the twin flame, it's like, it's something that you don't, it's not like getting over or going around or going under. It's something you go through. And that connection, because it is, it's in essence, it's you, it's something that you're, you always experience. And I felt like he and I both was doing like this really good job of keeping the energy calm. And I don't know if it was my mom dying and me getting emotional, if that was reflecting back on him and he was feeling that. Um, and then because he was feeling it, it was making him feel emotional, or if there's just something going on in his life, I don't know. But I know that it caused his energy to run to run rampant. And when I say his energy, and again, in essence, that's my energy. So he was probably feeling, what I have been going through with my mom. Um, for me, the goal is to keep it keep the energy calm. I like it calm. I don't feel so needing answers, because when it's correct, Millie says the ascension journey is not easy, let alone being a twin. Because when your twin's energy is riled, that's where you want to know what happened. I was gonna come on here and say, if you're a newly separated twin, don't worry, it gets easier, and it does get easier. It does get easier. Um, I think it's just, I think it's, I think my mom's death triggered a lot of this. I think maybe probably. So um, the way the way that I'm gonna do this, sorry you guys, like I didn't want to. I didn't want to do the cancer reading the other day because I knew that I would get on here and cry. And I went through my community wall and I just started deleting shit, like delete, delete, delete. And I'm like, oh. So thank you, Mr. Floyd. Purple hearts. I love purple hearts. Millie says, I think there's a lot of deep shadow work we are still working through. Um, yes, yes, for sure, for sure. Hi, Victoria. Um, for sure. It's 4:20. Like I even kind of want to smoke some weed, right? But this job, I have a job coming up in about 3 weeks, I think. And it's the job that I really, really, really want. And it's the reason why I didn't go on my job interview today, because this job that this job that is mine, that I'm going to start in 3 weeks, I don't know if they piss test. So I'm like, let me not smoke any weed, right? Um, Millie says, not to mention, we're getting bombarded with solar flare energy. So Millie keeps up with the solar flares. April keeps up with that. Um, Millie keeps up with the universal energies, and I so much don't. I can, when I'm throwing spreads, I can see how what as above, so below. I can see that, right? But I'm not an astrologer, and I don't follow a lot of astrology. But for sure, for sure, just headed into. Um, so it's and it's fucking cancer season. 16:11 on the timer. Um, yeah. So thanks for letting me get that out of my system. I want to um, I want to I probably won't pull tarot. If I do, it's probably just going to only be like maybe one one card for the feminine and one card for the masculine, and I'll probably read from the book on that. I didn't bring the Shadowscape book, so it's I'm gonna pull oracles and read from the book. I don't want to, y'all, with the tarot. It's just, it gets nosy, it gets nosy, and we get to seeing, karmic shit and other people's business, and I'm just not I'm not I'm not interested in seeing someone's business like that that's not really interested in telling me what their business is, right? Um, it, I would rather that be like a sit down conversation, and the tarot it gets fucking nosy. It truly does. Tarot gets nosy. I'm a nosy fucking reader, and it's not. I don't do it on purpose. It's just how I read. So um, I wanna keep it simple and keep it easy. So I burned Shasta. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. To keep it kind of light and playful. I did bring out the Heart Songs deck. This is by Carrie with Celestial Forecast. Yeah, I don't. I just. You know, the the zodiac readings, they get nosy. They get nosy. Crazy. Kenny Rogers is what's trying to jump out of there. I don't know. I don't know if y'all are familiar with him. Um, I know. I feel like my mom has really been around me a lot, even though I told her to get out of here and go mess with my siblings. When we were growing up, this was my mom's favorite male singer, and she also thought he was really, really handsome. All right, take my breath away, Berlin. Through the hourglass, I saw you. In time, you slipped away. When the mirror crashed, I called you,
and turn to hear you say, if only for today, I am unafraid. That's really fitting for the twin flames. Tequila. It was reversed at the bottom of the deck. That's fitting for the twin flames because they really kind of do mirror. I feel like that was maybe kind of part of like when I was getting upset, and then I could feel my twin getting upset. I thought, maybe we were mirroring each other's lives. Like my mom died, maybe someone in his life died or something, that was causing him to be emotional. But we mirror also in like how even just we look at each other can, and conversations that we have can bring things up, and that can get a little scary. um, fear is an illusion, and part of this separation with the twins is to become unafraid. Fear is really what causes the twins to run away from each other, because with that big energy and that big love, it can get really scary. So that's fitting for them to, become unafraid, calming that energy down, or at least being unafraid while you're in it, right? Your senior prom song was Take My Breath Away. Oh, I'm so goosed up. Enjoyment's trying to make his way out of there. That's so awesome. Direction. I like this card. Positivity at the bottom of the deck. Direction. I'm going to have to turn this light on. And I really don't want to turn this light on. Let me get that. Let me go get my phone, you all, and turn on the light for my phone. I don't want to turn this light. Turn this light on. This light above me is so bright. All right. It reads, Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring me a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body, and if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. See, this is this is so badass, right? This is so badass. If you ask for a sign, you will get a sign. You will get your sign. Um, I was talking about this. I don't know if y'all were here. I was talking about this in the beginning of the cancer. No, in the beginning of Who Shot JR, because it's like I, I'm gonna give you all like personal examples, and then just apply that to your own personal life specific. Um, I, I I took this job because I needed money right now. I knew that this job was just right now money, not future money, right now money. And so that's why I took it. So something was better than nothing. But I'm because where I'm really supposed to be is not here yet. That time's not here yet. So it's like this is my bridge.
Well, when I saw my first paycheck, I was like, oh my God. Um, I, I, I started to do this thing where I'm like, oh my God, that's so little amount of money. And I started to panic. And I've been working all these extra hours to get overtime to at least have some of these bills paid so where I'm not using credit cards, right? And this interview that I had today would be going backwards, doing something that I don't that's taking me away from where I want to be. And yesterday it hit me so hard. Like, I used to do this when the kids were younger. I'm a single mom, right? So I'm hustling bars, I'm hustling tables, I'm in fucking survival mode trying to not lose this house, right? Which I didn't understand that until I really started manifesting that being in poverty consciousness keeps you in low vibrational energy. Um, Being in survival mode and you're holding on too tight. You have to let go and let God, right? You put it out there. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is I am I am financially abundant. I am. You put it out there. Now be, right? And when when I woke up this morning and I got out of bed and I went down my ankle and my foot, my ankle, my foot, and my knee. And I was like, oh, fuck. This job, the job interview, that job is going to kick my fucking ass, right? So it's, when I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. Um, sometimes, sometimes I have to listen to myself. I have to listen to my own body and I have to practice what I preach, right? Because if I'm saying don't fuck with your own manifestations, don't think broke, then why was I doing it? I saw it. I saw it. I saw what I was doing. So apply that to your own story. Catch it, y'all. Catch it, right? This one's trying to jump out of here. Work hard for what you want because it won't come to you without a fight. That's completely kind of contradicting what I just said, right? I think it's work smart. I think it's work smart. If you can dream it, you can do it. Walt Disney. And that's going into your manifestations because, like, whenever I think about like where I'm supposed to be or what I'm trying to manifest, I'll walk around all day thinking that I'm there, right? Um, if it's I when I'm manifesting, I put myself in the energy of what it feels like to already have it, right? And it's my bills are paid. My bills are paid.
putting like putting forth the effort, Victoria, not just writing it down and hoping it's going to drop in your lap. Go for it now. The future is promised to no one. Kind of like what you just said there, Victoria. I'm going to pull one from the Jane Austen deck, and I'm going to read from the book. It's the Jane Austen deck, but I call this one the Key West deck. I love these cards. I don't use them very often. I use them like oracles. I don't really read with these cards, like throw a spread with them. I love the way they feel. I just love this deck. Yeah, that part. That part. Collective, feminine and masculine. Oh, nice. This is the World card. It's the Ace of Diamonds. So this deck's a little bit different than like regular tarot. So as we close out a cycle, we start something new. Got the Moon card at the bottom of the deck, feminine energy. We all have our best guides within us if only we would listen. That's kind of pretty much what we was just talking about, right? It's kind of what we was just talking about. The Nine of Hearts is going to come up behind that. Are you all familiar with Jane Austen? Do you read any of those books? Is that in your all's eyes? I haven't either. I haven't read any Jane Austen books. She's Sense and Sensibility. Like I think I've seen that movie, but I haven't read any of her books. It's I wanted when I went and visited Key West the first time, I wanted to pick up a deck while I was there, and I went to this old bookstore, and they didn't really have anything that I saw except for that deck. So the Ace of Diamonds, the World, completion. One deserves a bouquet when a demanding endeavor has come full circle to success. So that's go ahead and pat yourself on the back, right? Because it's not an easy task to get to the world. I mean, we start off at the full. Getting to the world, that can be like 20 years or longer, right? It's hard work. It is hard work. Where I am in my life today is I don't want to have to I don't want to have to physically work so hard anymore, you know? Oh, she died July 18th, 1817. Oh, that's so weird. We're using her deck. I'm going to pull from her deck tomorrow, Millie. Thank you for that. And I got July 19th. I don't know what's going to happen on the 19th, but I got that. The Eight of Hearts usually talks about walking away, and walking to your ninth cup. Oh, look, and then the two of Hearts comes up after that. Oh, that's sweet. Walking away from people, places, things that no longer serve you to go get your wish fulfillment, your soulmate. But these are a little bit different, so I'm gonna read from the book. The Eight of Hearts is the moon. Fanny Price is quiet and insightful, remaining true to her conscious throughout Mansfield Park, staying true to herself, listening listening to her insides, listening to what she knows best. Shit, y'all don't even need, I've said that before, y'all don't even need readings. You already know. You already know. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there. I love this deck, and they're kind of big, these cards, but I love the way they feel when I'm shuffling them. So if y'all are ever interested in a really nice deck, this deck right here. Love this deck. I'm going to pull from the Goddesses and read from the book. Jane was a Sagittarius. She was born December 16th, 1775. 440 of 4 in the chat. My daughter just come in telling me about the muddy water she just saw. I like fire signs too. Oh, true love with peace at the bottom of the deck. Genevieve, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, true love. Oh, she's probably a fire sign. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. How beautiful is that? What are those lilies? Is those lilies she's holding? I was just saying, that Victoria, that my main goal in my twin flame connection is the inner peace. It used to be going on dates and holding his hand and kissing him, but not anymore. It's just that inner calm, right? It's like when his energy is chill and my energy is chill, it makes me feel like we're quote unquote normal again, but different. I'm so different than when I first met him. I don't know about Camelot. I don't know about Camelot. I don't think I know about Camelot. All right. Romance is not an outmoded concept, far from it. Romance is the time honored precept of merging with the divine as it's manifests within another human being. I mean, that's so crazy, like how being a twin, and you have these merges. In that merge, you like literally see yourself through their eyes. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. What a beautiful card. Romance is also playfulness, which heralds springtime, flowers, and new life. Those are the spring lilies or whatever. You needn't be in a partnership to evoke romance. You can manifest it for yourself through laughter, surrounding yourself with beauty, and indulging in luxurious treats. Romance is the life force of the universe and is a worthwhile goal indeed. Various meanings of this card. Your soulmate relationship has arrived or is soon arriving. There is renewal, passion in an existing relationship. You're a very romantic person. Your romantic needs aren't being met, and you must take steps to alleviate this. And that's kind of what I was talking about, like with cancers, when their emotional needs aren't being met, they get grumpy, right? Um, she is the Celtic triple goddess. She has ancient roots preceding Arthurian times when she was known as, I'll jack that up. Anyway, her original form, her name meant white one or white phantom. And she was a powerful goddess invoked for both fertility and as a bridge to take the dead to the afterlife plane. I did that, y'all. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. During the times of Avalon, Glastonbury, and King Arthur, she became her that name. To become King Arthur, to become king, Arthur had to merge with or marry her, the goddess who ruled over the land. Excuse me. Okay, she become the astonishingly beautiful Guinevere, the queen bride of the new King Arthur. Legend holds that her heart really belonged to Arthur's cousin, Lancelot. However, today she helps us ensure that we enter into partnership with our true love, and she assists in keeping that love alive. That's beautiful. Beautiful. And then um, a ring piece. There is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully, and that's kind of like what we was talking about, right? I mean, I was telling my situation, but applying it to your own situations, right? uh, I should probably just turn the fucking light on and get over my headache. I'm gonna turn the light on, y'all. These are sweet. Not only are they sweet, but they're fitting, right? um, throat chakra, and what is that? Sacral or root. I'm gonna pull chakra cards next. Here we go. Even though appearances may seem chaotic, I assure you that a higher plan is in action. That's funny because I told my daughter, I was explaining to her why I wasn't going to that job interview. And I said, sometimes we have to go through the bad things to get to the good things. This all loving power is carrying and supporting you completely. Relax into the arms of divine love and breathe away all cares, concerns, and worries. It's so fitting to what we were talking about, right? Put your focus into enjoying and appreciating each blessing. Your gratitude helps you attract even more blessings into your life. And we always talk about that. That's how we bring our manifestations into fruition, is by the gratitude. The meanings of this card: give your cares and worries to heaven, pray, meditate, engage in peace enhancing activities such as yoga, sea salt baths, massage, naps, music, playfulness, and the like. Irene, a Greek goddess whose sisters include the goddesses of lawfulness and justice. All Irene brings peacefulness to all who call upon her. The Romans referred to her as Pax, which means peace. Irene helps us replace worry with faith. She also reminds us to remain our childlike awe enthusiasm for life. And that's funny because I was burning the this the Shasta. It's so awesome. These cards make me smile. Mr. Floyd says he's still here emptying the dishwasher. Third eyes indigo. She cheated on King Arthur with Lancelot, the head knight from the Knights of the Round Table. Blue card, throat chakra. Oh, you're goosed up. I was goosed up too. All right, I'm gonna pull a goddess love and pull from. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with the chakra card. I'm gonna probably throw a couple of the chakra cards. I got um, these chakra cards. I got these while I was in Gatlinburg. This little shop. Collective. Me too, Victoria. My throat chakra has been fucked up for a while, but also I had sinus infection for months, and then after I had a sinus infection for 2 months, then I got COVID, and the sinus shit just did not want to go away. So I'm still like, and it probably has something to do with me stopping cigarettes too. All right, solar. I got solar plexus affirmations. I make my own decisions with confidence and conviction. I like that too, because it's like I was talking about, going and doing something because of being in, survival mode, as opposed to no, I'm not in survival mode. I'm not going backwards. I'm going forwards, because where I'm supposed to be, I'm already there, right? It's the root chakra key concepts. This chakra's key concepts are safety, security, physicality, and basic human needs. Its color is a rich vermilion red, and its element is earth. So that Guinevere or whatever, she could really be any sign. Well, I don't regret that offer, Victoria, because I did apply for that job. And months back, I did want that job, but that was like months back. And so it's kind of, I was talking about this, Victoria, sometimes like when we're manifesting, we'll get
we'll get the opposite of what we're trying to make happen first, right? And sometimes it does, though. The read matches what you said about the job, but not only just the job, Millie, right? Because we can apply that to whatever you all are trying to make happen. So it's I'm just using me for an example because I'm not using tarot to get into your all shit. You know what your shit is. You know what you're trying to make happen, right? So it's not just about me, it's about you all too, right? So I don't I I don't think that I want to say that I reject that offer, because there was a point in time where I was trying to manifest that. Something else came along and I went, oh, that's where I'm supposed to be. That's where I am. Um, Gwen went from a king to a knight. She went backwards. That's that's dope. Self love and working on my spiritual growth. Yeah, yeah. Self love, but like when we're manifesting, sometimes it's almost like Mercury retro, right? Bringing something around like you already went through this. You want to do that again? Okay, you didn't learn that the first time. Okay, well here you go. Here it is again, right? And then self love is so important because too many times, too many times we will we will now I haven't done this in a very long time, but I'm for certain guilty of it in the past, right? When when someone someone's hurt us, right? And we do that thing where it's like I'm not wanting to feel the hurt and the pain, but feeling it is how you heal it, right? So a lot of times we don't take the proper amount of alone time. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Victoria. Santiago, where are you from? Santiago. Is that El Salvador? Are you from El Salvador? You can't heal it if you don't feel it. Santiago. Oh, that's way too many. Oh, Puerto Rico. I had I had a friend from Puerto Rico. His name was Ruben Portela. He was crazy. He was crazy. We used to party together. I used to bartend. He would sit at the bar and sit me super fucking fat. He crossed. He's on the other side now. Sacral. I thought this was going to come up. Sacral chakra affirmations. I have complete peace from within, and that's also too what Irene was saying. So that's really pretty beautiful. This one's those are. I love how the oracles tie into what we're talking about. Really, maternal grandfather named Santiago. Probably related, Millie. Born in Brooklyn.
Victoria, you spicy. Mm-hmm. You spicy girl. Born in Brooklyn. Got a thick ass accent too. Collective. Oh, and then look, rest. Be still and listen. Looks like her third eye's trying to open up there, right? Be still and listen. And that's what these cards has been talking about, right? Irene, direction. She's a card 27. That's going to break down to a 9. And we had the world card. I mean, this is a big cycle closing out, you know? Big cycle closing out. That's a big deal, y'all. Pat yourself on the back. Be proud of yourselves. Rest. Goddess comes to tell you to rest. Resting is vitally important as you are not a machine, but a beautiful bundle of exquisitely interactive energies. That goes back to what I was talking about too. Yo, I'm creeping up on 50 and I'm like, I don't mind working hard. I've always worked hard, but I'm kind of like, do I really want to be working that fucking hard? I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't. Each part is dependent on the other and each needs to rest. Sometimes the greatest progress is made during times of inactivity. This may be progress in the form of self understanding and alignment with your soul's calling. And that's kind of going back to what you were saying too, right, Millie, about the shadow work and stuff. And that really gets you see things, in in the dark. You think more about it, right? In that alone time, dark resting time. This may be progress in the form of self understanding, and I just said that. Don't see resting as empty time, but as precious time. It is time that you are giving in gratitude to your Creator. Goddess will appreciate your gift. This is sweet. Listen to your body and heed its needs. This is the second time that we've got listen to your body, right? Just as all of nature rests during the winter, so it can flourish again in spring. So you need time to restore and recharge. Be interested and attentive to your physical and energetic body. Times of rest give you the opportunity to acknowledge your own beauty and your own path of suffering, which will in turn give you the understanding to offer unity and empathy with others. This is what the world needs. And I was talking about that too, like that the the world needs love and understanding, and there's you all like the situation with Trump, right? I voted for him. I like that dude, right? I like that guy. I like low gas prices. I like being able to go to the grocery store and not not having to spend so much money. I liked him, and then I go into the conspiracies and all that, and that makes me like him even more. But the thing of it is, I don't think that he's the one to bring unity to the country. I think that the country hate so many people in the country hate him so bad that it's going to take someone else to bring that unity, and that's kind of what I was talking about, Millie, with Robert Kennedy. When you listen to him talk, right? he said he said that his family rejected him because he went independent and he didn't stick with the Democratic Party. He's like, it's all good, it's all love. When you listen to him talk, it's about love and uniting the country, not dividing it. So that kind of goes into what I was talking about too, right? The country needs somebody that can unite us and keep us where we're, because all this division crap and this Republican Democrat shit, that shit is for the birds. Like that's not we shouldn't even, and now I'm getting off subject, but I was talking about that, right? And prayer, we need prayer too, big time, not just for ourselves, but for the country. Be aware of and tune into the changing seasons. Goddess speaks to you through the cycle of the wheel of the year. In a state of rest, you are more receptive to her. Earth Mother calls for you to weave yourself back into the web of life. She creates rest and feel her loving heartbeat in the land. And there's some more stuff in there, but those letters is they're too small. I think come the fall, you'll probably actually have more energy in the fall than what you do right now. No accent, traveled a lot in the military. I've been getting a lot of military in the collectives. Were you a Marine? The king, the Nine of Wands, the King and Queen of Swords. That's military. I'm going to pull from the Wisdom of the House of Knights, and I got two. Letting go at the bottom of the deck. That's a card 22. That's a master number. Card 44 coming up behind that, playful. We was talking about that playful energy. I have oath. Oh, I got three. I don't know if I want to take them all. High Priestess of Spirit, High Priestess of Fire, and Oath. I'll take them all. Fuck it. 7, 5, and a 49. 49, that's a 13. 13 is a 4. 7, 5, 4. 16, 7. July 22nd. All right. He got High Priestess of Spirits. I am Nyx, Goddess of Night, and you have chosen this symbol to help guide you on this journey to find an answer to your question. Consider that there is an invisible spirit with all living things. Know that all things, events, and experiences are woven together like a magical web that can be seen only in the darkest night and not by human eyes. My child, everything you need to know is part of the divine scheme of things. A meaningful coincidence, a blessed friendship, a lover, and a significant experience are all orchestrated by me to help you become the powerful being you were meant to become. No matter what is in front of you, something important is brewing. You will know the answer to what soon enough, but I keep secret the why. You must step forward knowing that some things are meant to remain a mystery. Synchronicity. Synchronicity, paying attention to the signs, paying attention to what the universe is trying to tell you, instead of, like I was saying, instead of holding on so tight and being in survival mode, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Enjoy what's in front of you. Be this playful energy. You can't be in playful energy when you're fucking holding on so tight and worried and stuck, but letting go and having faith in the divine, that all of your
all of your needs are always met and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. This is dope though, right? What was the bunch there? Ex-US Army, Army CW4 retired, Fort Drum, air traffic controller at Fort Drum, ammunition tech. I thank you all for your services too. Y'all know my son, he was in the Marine Corps. Yeah. 5'11". And we'll be seeing them numbers, right? All right. High Priestess of Fire. My child, you have chosen the symbol of the vampire high priestess of fire, the goddess of creativity and passion. Whenever she arrives, she reminds you of your ability to create your own reality and choose how you channel your energy. If you are restless, call upon the high priestess of fire for inspiration and joy, and she will release you from the trap of boredom. Fire brings warmth and light, but it also burns when it is allowed to get out of control. Spend your energy creatively, creatively, not impulsively, and guard yourself against burning out. Use your fire wisely and let your light shine bright. And going back into that, rest when you need to rest, and don't think that that's like being lazy or whatever. Oath. My lovely child, you have chosen the symbol for oath. This is the symbol for all promises and a reminder to keep the ones you have made. An oath is never made lightly nor in jest. Promises are meant to be honored. When you choose this symbol, perhaps it's time you look at how you have made your promises. Have you crossed your fingers behind your back, re- relinquishing the magic that binds you to your oath? Has anyone broken his or her promise to you? Let the person go. Don't hold on. If someone refuses to be honorable, you don't want this person in your life. For now, the most important promise you can make is to yourself. Promise to be kind, loving, honorable, and good. Do no harm. To belong to me, you must keep that promise. And then it falls back into the letting go. It's pretty awesome. I like these cards too. They're thick and they shuffle. They shuffle kind of like how the Jane Austen deck does. All right, I am going to pull from the Nordic tarot, and pull from the book, and I might just clarify because I didn't bring the Dreamscape, or is it Dreamscape? Yeah, Dreamscapes book in here with me, and I probably have to go like rummaging through shit. Yeah, I do too. I have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in my chart. The Hierophant, Three of Cups. Taurus energy. Swords, Three of Cups. Anxious. Don't be so afraid. Two of Wands. unity. Well, those two jumped out really fast. Six of Swords and the Knights of Wands with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Six of Swords says boundaries. Knight of Wands talks about impulsiveness. Yeah, Page of Cups, playfulness, bottom of the deck. The Knight comes up behind that, the Dreamer, and then the Moon, illusion. Six of Wands, success. We was just talking about that. Keeping boundaries, keeping boundaries with that player in and out energy. We weren't talking about that. We were talking about the impulsiveness. But I mean, just to look, just to look at those cards, just getting away from, people that want to come in and out, here for a good time, not a long time, right? So these are some really small words. All right, the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords represents the calm after a storm. It often appears following a period of hardship or stress and heralds the arrival of a calmer cycle in your life. That's nice. This is a time to leave the drama and arguments to the shows on Netflix. Exactly. And distance yourself from anything that disrupts your peace, which we was kind of talking about that in the beginning, that holding that peace, keeping the peace, right? From leaving a stressful job to stressful job to booking a much needed vacation. This card signifies the need to put your mental well-being first. Romantically, it can symbolize a period of healing following a breakup or time away from a partner. It can also predict exciting work opportunities overseas or a journey across the water. Kind of just ties in with, again, what we've been talking about. I think it's dope, y'all. I love it when the cards do that. All right. The Knight of Wands. I didn't even read the keywords on the Six of Swords, but the Knight of Wands keywords is hot-headed, unwilling to change, spontaneity, I can never pronounce that word right. Being spontaneous and immaturity. The Knight of Wands is the tarot's wild child, daring, brave, and obsessed with his freedom. He lives on the edge and encourages you to do the same. Significant progress can be expected in all areas as life goes from 0 to 100 quickly and dramatically. Exciting nights out, last minute vacations, and fabulous parties are all on the horizon, while those looking for love could be swept off their feet by an exotic stranger. Job offers abroad, relocations overseas, and changes in residence are all possible. This is the perfect time to be brave like the knight and try something daring, such as going on a blind date. Huh? Be daring. Kitchen's all clean. My kitchen's clean too. I went to the grocery store today too, y'all. 1:14:14 on the timer, but I swear that 1:14:13 looked like it was stuck. That was weird. So this is traveling, movement, meeting someone new. Just do it, right? Just do it. Give me one. Give, give me one on this Six of Swords. Where are you going? Where are you going? I don't take reversals in this card. Plus, I think the deck is turned upside down anyway. It was. Yeah, because I had straightened all these cards up, so should have been this way. Temperance. Where are you going? Wherever you're going, you're gonna have patience, right? You're gonna be balanced. You're gonna have a harmonious trip, right? Um, it's funny. I said 11414 on the timer, and Temperance is card 14. I really feel like I want to pull from the book on this Temperance. It's such a beautiful energy. You may end up, you this is really balanced here with the yin and the yang. Is a balanced masculine and feminine energy. You may end up finding or meeting someone while traveling this like that's like the yin to your yang, right? Is that a dragon? Uh, she's in a bubble, and it looks like she's blowing a bubble. Very balanced energy, masculine, feminine energy, balancing the energies out. It, I mean, we're talking about twin flames, right? They're learning how to balance that energy out. That's so beautiful. With the Page of Pentacles. Uh-oh, there's the Tower. There's the King of Cups. Three of, three of Pentacles. Give me one on this Temperance, please. And I got two. The three of Wands and the Five of Swords. It's kind of like a while traveling, while going, while moving. It's kind of like a be patient. Don't go too fast. This Knight of Wands, he'll go fast. Look both ways before you cross the street, right? Tower. The Knight of Wands, Hangman's trying to make his way out of there. And you got the Four of Wands and the Fool. Wow. Ten of Wands, bottom of the deck. Eight of Wands, the Chariot, the Hermit, the Moon. Four of Wands, that it talks about celebrations, parties, get-togethers. Um, seeing the 1111. This the masculine collective has been through a major transformation. Major. This Knight of Wands could be an Aries. This is this
this energy is really going back into what we was talking about in the beginning with the take my breath away, right? Where because she's unafraid. Look how she's on that edge of the cliff or whatever. She's unafraid. To me this looks like um, healing from the energy that caused her to be afraid in the past, right? The sun's on her, the sun. I'm saying her, but it actually might be this might be the masculine collective. The masculine collective balanced in his feminine energy, not being afraid of, I just heard what other people will say, cutting the trauma bonds, cutting being stuck. Because look, she looks like maybe she's standing there waiting on something, right? And he's like, let me get these vultures or whatever out of the way, and here I'm gonna come get you. Come get you. Things have been super heavy, but it's a 10, an 8. This is movement. This is movement. Somebody's moving, somebody's traveling, somebody's going on vacation. Somebody, give me what's going on with this Four of Wands and the Fool. Just one more, and I'm gonna wrap this up. And the Queen of Swords. She's soft. She's softer. That's that Victoria. That's what I was talking about with the military. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands. She's a softer energy today. She's soft. This Queen of Swords, she's soft. We're talking about the purple energy, the crown chakra. This could be the masculine energy tapping into his feminine energy and able to speak his truth. This could be a man in this energy, y'all, not a woman. And the butterflies are here. This Knight of Wands went through a transformation, a spiritual awakening. Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands, Six of Wands. These cards is upside down. These are straight. Maybe I didn't have them all. But the Four of Swords, that's prayer and meditation. That the Four of Swords, like if you've had an awakening, right? If you've had a spiritual awakening, that's like going into the Four of Swords energy, prayer, meditation. Like what in the world? Page of Pentacles. Coming out on top, coming out wiser.
Whitney Houston, your love is my love. Seven of Swords. This masculine, the masculine collective has really been worried about what other people say and what other people think. But he's healing from that. He is healing from that. And then there's that Six of Swords. And we started with the Six of Swords. And then there's the Star. What I just said. He's healing from that. That look, they're right next to each other. They come up right next to each other. The Emperor and the Empress. That's badass. That's badass. The masculine and the feminine collective, they are really healing from past hurts and pain. They're healing from what other people say, both masculine and feminine judgments. One of them or both of them, one of them. The masculine maybe had to like get a divorce or something, or move out from like a karmic partner. And the Queen of Swords, I'll see her a lot as karmic. And I say that for me because I've experienced a lot of karmic people or Queen of Swords. Scorpio energy, Libra energy, strong Aries, Sagittarius, Scorpio. See, he's been trying to protect his feminine counterpart from these damn vultures. You see how he's fighting them. He's fighting them here. And then he's like, where the fuck they go? I think that both the feminine and masculine collective, both, they're learning how to speak their truth, how to be more honest, how to be fearless in this dynamic, how to, not worry about what the people say. That's what I got for the Twinflame collective. Your karmic is Scorpio. Hi, Richard. Richard, are you new? Thank you. Thank you for being here. Was Mr. Floyd, was your karmic a low vibrational Scorpio? You get a fucking low vibrational Scorpio, them motherfuckers will trip out. They will trip out. Oh, jealous. Fucking crazy jealous. When did you just subscribe? When you recently subscribed, right, Richard? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Millie. Thank you. I wanted to touch on the twin flames. I was having such a hard time last week
Thank you, Richard. I was having such a hard time last week, and I wanted to do something kind of light for the twins. Fucking low vibrational Scorpio, them motherfuckers, right? I know. Oh shit. But really, 4 lifetimes. Let me turn this light out. Hold that, Mr. Floyd. My mom is karmic too. Um, Aquarius. My brother, he is karmic and he is Scorpio. When when I first started reading about Scorpio, now I have Scorpio sun and rising. I have my North Node, and I have I have another placement too, Mr. Floyd. I have another placement, and I remember it was probably like 1994, I think 95, and I was waiting tables, and I'd work like all these double shifts or whatever. I'd go to this coffee shop in between my shifts and get some coffee to get myself jacked up to go back to wait tables. And I was sitting there and read these books or whatever, and I was reading this Scorpio book, right? And it's like they tend to be really jealous and secretive, and the secretive part, I'm better about the secretive part. The secretive part, I think, for me was not to be secretive, but to not be like diarrhea of the mouth. So like trying to balance that out, and the jealousy. I mean, Scorpio. If you like a jealous Scorpio, they will become like enraged, right? And I never had jealousy issues, but I had karmic soulmates that would try to make me jealous, and it would work, and I would be like, oh, this motherfucker. But I'm not like naturally jealous. So I I'm I'm pretty open. I probably come across as secretive because I just hang out by myself. That's probably why I come off so secretive. Really, I think that the channel has helped me be more open, um, less secretive. I'm really like, really, Mr. Floyd, you asked me probably just about damn near anything, and I'll tell you, right? I'll tell you. Um, I I also I learned that when you're manifesting, if people don't believe in your manifestations and they go talking shit about you, they can throw a monkey wrench into your manifestations. So that might be a little bit of my secretiveness sometimes. Your mom was your mom was Scorpio. Um, my friend Joy, her mom was Scorpio. She's like, I know all about those Scorpios.
moving in silence. Um, and I had, because Millie, and I think that we were talking about, I think we were talking about also too how when you're raised around narcissists and you become an avoidant. Richard says being secretive sometimes adds to the mystic. Um, a little mystery, so you're not all out on the table. Hmm. um, you dig the avoidant. I'm an avoidant. I'm an avoidant, and and there is a fine line between an avoidant and a narcissist. A fine line. The avoidant the avoidant has the capacity to hold empathy. The narcissist does not. But in the way that they act, I mean, the the I probably come across as narcissistic. What happens, you know, and I'm trying to work on all that and heal all that, so where I'm not matching energy, but I did that shit for a long time, so I probably did come across as being narcissistic, like with the matching the energy. Oh, motherfucker, right? Oh, you can dish it, but you can't fucking take it. And that's also not speaking my truth in the moment because I'm being an avoidant. So if I'm speaking the truth in the moment, I don't like this. I don't like how this makes me feel. For me, it would bottle up, bottle up, bottle up, bottle up, and then I explode. And then, like, because most times I'm pretty chill and pretty calm, right? I don't like fighting. I don't like drama. I don't like arguments. I don't like that shit. But I don't like being fucked with either, right? I let I let things slide. I let things slide too much. Throw in a dark empath. Scorpios are, I would say, maybe not so much the maybe not so much the low vibrational Scorpio, but a Scorpio that has had an awakening and is healing and working on some things. Very aware of their shadow, very well aware of it. Um, and that's Richard. What we're trying to. Um, my friend April said that that's people pleasing. That I was a people pleaser. You're letting things roll, but you're really not letting it roll, right? Because you're kind of, keeping track or keeping stock. Like, that's why it's like, um, if if you and I, Richard, right? You and I, we have an argument, okay? We have an argument. Richard, I don't like when you come in the chat and I'm just making up some shit, right? I don't like it when you um fuck, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I tell you that, right? And you say, okay, okay, Stacy, I won't do that anymore. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. And we move right along.
If we're moving right along, then it should be squashed, right? It's squashed. So let's talk about it now. Therefore, I'm giving you the opportunity to not do it anymore. Holding it back. I don't like it when you do that, but I don't want to say anything because I don't want to rock the boat. This it's not that's we're learning how to communicate properly, right? Exactly. And with that temperance card there too, Millie, right? Because temperance talks about the balance of things. And that's right. You don't always have to be the one to set people straight. They should be self-aware. There was some that's right. There has been there's been some things over the past few weeks that I'm not going to fuck off, but I see you. I see you and I hear you. And I'm different today because I'm not going to let it build up and I'm not going to go into a Queen of Swords reverse energy and fucking cut you like a motherfucker. I'm not going to do that. I see it. I understand. I'm going to keep it moving. We don't want that build up, Richard. We don't want that build up. The build up because sometimes like okay, let me give you an example, another example. Sometimes I might say I'm on here, right? And I'm saying whatever. It hurts your feelings. And you don't want to, I'm not even aware that I'm hurting your feelings. I'm not even aware of it, right? And I like to think that I have pretty good self-awareness about me. But I'm kind of come off a little rough, right? Maybe you sent me a text message and I text you back and it comes off rough and I forgot to put a winky face or a smile in there, right? But I'm smiling when I'm texting it, or I'm like ha 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 while I'm texting it, but I don't put that in there. So that's why I don't like to text a lot, right? Because you don't get the facial expression or whatever, right? I have tried to learn as I have got older to not let my ego control so much of my past arguments. Right. I've tried to learn as I got older to not let my ego control so much of my past arguments. If if you say, "Hey, Stacy, I don't I don't like it that you said blah blah blah." Damn, I did say that. Oh, I didn't mean it that way, but I understand how you feel, and I won't do that again, right? We can squash things so much easier by saying instead of tiptoeing around instead of tiptoeing around the situation because some things can be fixed like and handled instead of I'm just gonna tiptoe around it and tiptoe around it, and then they keep. It's like here's another one. Here's another one. All right, Richard, you're coming. You're coming to take me on a date tonight, right? And you're supposed to be here at 7 o'clock, right? 7:05 gets here. You're still not here. 7:10 gets here. You're still not here. 7:15 gets here. Finally, 7:45 gets here, and I'm like, where the fuck is this dude? And you show up and you're like, oh, hey, sorry, got caught in traffic, whatever, whatever. And I go, oh, that's okay. That's okay. And then next Friday, you're coming to take me on a date, right? And it's the same thing. And I go, oh, that's okay. It's no big deal because I like you and I don't want to rock the boat and I don't want to. It's really not that big of a deal, but it kind of fucking is though, right? So it's kind of like go ahead and just put it out there. I don't like sitting around waiting. I think that's rude. If you're going to be here at 7:45, then you shouldn't say that you're going to be here at 7. Like I get it the first time you got caught in traffic, that's all fine and good, but I think that's rude to make somebody, sit around and wait, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's something that I tell my kids too, Rich, especially like with my daughter. Okay, because how old are you, Richard? So I think Richard says, so I think sometimes I have a buried grudge from years ago. I think now just let it go because it's gone and it's only destroying you. Go into it, feel your way through it, and let it go. Let it go. Am I able to text Adam from my phone? Oh, email him. That's the whole everything, Richards, I like to avoid confrontation, but the problem is that hurt is still there. It's buried deep down. Yeah, that's what we're one, we got to dig it out of there, right? Look at it, work on it, acknowledge it, and letting that go. And that's easier said than done. Well, Millie, what time does that start? 66. What time does that Zoom start? Is it at 7 tonight? Is it 7? Well, you think he'll go about 30 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour? I, s- Richard, my daughter, I'm like, look, she's got, where are you at? Richard's overseas. I, s- yep, Northern Ireland. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Richard. That's so cool. Thank you. I tell my daughter, deal with the shit right now, right? Deal with it right now so you don't get to be like me trying to sort this shit out at my age, going through all that bullshit at my age. Because a lot of things could have been handled differently. A lot of things wouldn't, things went too far for too many years in my family dynamic, and had I had stood up more for myself instead of keeping the peace, right? Because I was keeping the peace, but how was that peace on the inside? My insides was being interrupted. My insides, I could feel it all over me. I could feel it on the insides. I was the fucking ass end of their, I can't even go there. I should have stood up more than what I did. So what would happen is it build up, build up, build up, and well, I'm tired of you motherfuckers. And then I'm the one that's going off, right? See, See how she gets, see how it was classic narcissist is what I was dealing with. But at the same time, had I had to take accountability for my part in it. And for my part in it, I wasn't standing up for myself the way that I should have been standing up for myself, right? Yeah, and there's no peace in it. Richard says you try to be the peacekeeper, but it's at the expense of your own mental health. Yeah, yeah, and it's so it's so. I mean, it went on for years and years and years and years, and it's like I just has started walking away from my family in 2016, 2017. By 2020, I'm like, this is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. And you have, I mean, I would go away and then a couple weeks later come back and it would be all it just over. I call that the wheel of fortune in the reverse position. But I mean, I guess it had to happen that way for me to learn the lesson that way, right? It doesn't matter who you are. If you're not bringing love and respect into my life, you just can't be in my life. And you know something, Richard, over here is very, very, very quiet. That was one of the things too. I think that where I got my feelings hurt was I think about like um, when around here, if somebody dies or whatever, I make food. I make food. Maybe I'll make dinners. Maybe I'll make salads. Maybe I'll make desserts, whatever, and I'll take it to them, and let them know. And that's just something I do just to try to make somebody's life a little bit easier while they're grieving. That didn't happen for me, and that was something I was that hurt it hurt my heart, like, um but at the same time, there's still a piece here that um I'm not dealing with all that drama shit, but my feelings got hurt. Yes, Millie. Exactly. I'm a Libra, so I completely understand until I short circuit and get all crazy. Queen of Swords, reverse position. Well, not reverse position, sideways. More tempered now at 51 and just say it kindly, but don't hold it in. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I got Libra. Um, I got Libra, and my moon is Gemini. Well, I regret so much not saying to people you're wrong. Mm. I also would tell people, no, I can't do this because you're not being fair. What 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 I learned, silence is golden. Sometimes you just don't have to say nothing. Just remove yourself from it. Just remove yourself from it without all the, reacting. Because what happens when you're dealing with narcissists, they're not going to understand your feelings, right? Like, this doesn't feel good to me. Well, that's because you're too sensitive. I got like my family shit was fucking crazy for years and years and years. And I really wish I would have handled things differently when I was younger. And I wish I would have expressed my feelings differently. I mean, we didn't talk about feelings back then, right? a Leo. I mean, I'm Scorpio. It hurt my hurt my feelings, and I'm hurt. Yeah, the after my mom died. I mean, this was just a few weeks ago, right? There, there is no. I keep it to myself. I keep my hurt to myself. Yeah, yeah. And then, if I trust you and I'm telling you that I'm hurting, and you tell me that I shouldn't be hurting, or that I'm just too sensitive or too emotional, then I go back. I keep and then I go back. A lot of things have come up over the past couple weeks, and looking back on how I should have expressed how I was feeling more instead of letting that build up. But I mean, it is what it is, though, right, Richard? It is what it is. It's done. Like it's it's done. I'm sure they know now. Like, you know, don't I don't want to be fucked with. I don't want to be fucked with. I'm not. I'm from what it is. It's a lesson. It's a hard lesson, Millie. It is a hard lesson. It's like I did not put up with that type of crap from the men in my life. Why would I have put up with that type of crap from my family? And then when, people will say, well, that's still your mom. That is the worst fucking thing that you can say to somebody that's being trauma bonded. That's still your mom. That's still your sister. Like, well, you know, um, it was a big, 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 big lesson, and I really do with my own daughter. If I hurt your feelings, if I'm doing something that makes you feel some kind of way, you need to say that to me. Just because I'm your mom does not make it okay for me to say something that hurts your feelings or makes you mad. Deal with that shit like right now. Yeah. I mean, the thing of it is, Millie, we're all a bad guy in somebody's story, right? You're the bad guy in somebody's story. I'm the bad guy, and fucking like, oh my god, you know how many people's story I'm the bad guy? I mean, it's what it is. It's it's really pretty much what it is. Um, I mean, and after this last, I did not go and spend time with them. My mom was over there dying, and I didn't go hang out with them. I mean, she was she was in that bed for how many weeks, how many months? I did not go over there. I told her, "You have don't call me. You have other children. You have grandchildren. You have other people that you can call." And I mean, for me to tell my brother, like, when that's me dying, don't be standing over talking me boo-hooing. I wasn't good enough in life. Don't make me good enough in death. It's a fucking shame that it got to that point. I mean, he looked like a fucking deer in headlights when I said that to him. It's a shame. It's a shame that it got to that point. It's a shame that I couldn't be better to where I went over there and held my mom's hand while she was dying. I can walk them over there to the other side. It's a shame that I couldn't do that for my mom. It's a shame, but I mean, it's what it is. And if I would have handled things differently when I was younger, it wouldn't have got that far. But again, like the both of y'all said, it was a lesson. Yeah. We all have a part to play. And really, like, how much of an asshole do I look like not not being there for my mom when my mom is dying? I mean, here's the thing, Millie. It's not I don't care how it looks, right? Because I've always looked like an asshole to them. It's just more to it. I've always looked like an asshole. I've always looked like whatever they say I am. That's what I am. Um, it hit me that I wasn't able. We ran out of time, and that was one of the things from like a year ago that I kept saying I wanted to be better. I want to be able to go back around my mom. I want it to be better. I'm just not there yet. We didn't get there. We didn't get there. I don't know. Maybe that's why she keeps coming around me. Like, okay, we can still get there. And truth of it is, it took my dad being on the other side for us to get there. Yeah. Yeah, and they're not there anyway, They're not there. They're not there. They're right here, you know. I mean, I don't feel my mom here in this moment. And it's funny too because I think that my mom is very quiet when she's here. I think my mom like quietly watches me. Mr. Floyd Stoney favor. I haven't spoken to my mom in 7 years. I don't ever intend to. And you know, if I would have really addressed the situation years ago and stuck with it years ago, it wouldn't have been piled up so thick, heavy on me. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Like when and that morning that I went over there, that was the morning that she died. And it's like I told my brother, I'm like, I didn't even fucking do anything to you all. Like I didn't never do anything to you all. And as I was walking away, I just felt like all this heaviness lift up off of me. Like I'm not trauma bonded to this situation anymore. I don't. The only the only person that kept me really stuck in that situation, well, I kept myself stuck, but it was my mom was like the glue that kept me in that situation, but yet still just always stirring the pot. Um, I felt like I was free from it all. Like I don't ever have to deal with this crap ever again because my sister, she won't call me and my brother won't call me. Well, they don't have my phone number anymore either. My mom would be the one calling. Um, and I felt free from it. And then the past couple weeks, it got me like I remembered the times that that it wasn't bad. But again, that's a trauma bond. That's a trauma bond. So good good for you, Mr. Floyd, to not Like, you know that it's not going to get better. You know that she's not going to evolve. You know that she's not going to heal. You know that she's not going to grow. She, my mom was stunning my growth. My mom was interrupting my healing process. I wasn't healed enough to be able to handle her. Like, it would take a motherfucking Buddhist monk to be able to deal with that, right? I was not there. And that's what I did. That's 6'11". That's what I did. I did that shit for too many years, like beating myself up for them talking shit. Like, I didn't know about narcissists and stuff though. It was like, these motherfuckers, like, all right. Well, that's what narcissists do. That's what narcissists do. Because, okay, we don't have to call them narcissists. We can just call them toxic motherfuckers. How about that? Toxic, unhealed motherfuckers. We don't even got to call them a narcissist, right? To make somebody else feel guilty for something that you're doing is toxic, unhealed motherfucker. If I hurt your feelings, and if I don't know I hurt your feelings, I don't know I did it. But I try my very best to have more awareness to not hurt your feelings. But see, I can get on this platform right here, Richard, and trigger the fuck out of some people from the things that I'm seeing, right? I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but I will trigger the fuck out of some people. Me being triggered is what helped me grow, right? Me being triggered is what helped me evolve. But to intentionally make you feel bad, intentionally do something that's shitty, and you tell me, hey, listen, when you and I don't say, I apologize, that's not what I meant to do, right? But I can't, like, on the channel, it's like, when I get in here and I get to doing these readings, it's a lot of reasons why I don't like doing the zodiac readings, because the shit gets real fucking nosy and I get real blunt and to the point, right? I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I'll be losing some subscribers, right? I don't know, they don't like that shit, right? I'm not trying to be an insensitive, narcissistic motherfucker. I'm calling it as I see it, right? But in a personal space, if I personally hurt you, one, I want to apologize for that. And two, I want to make sure that I don't do it again, right? Because apologies and being sorry is not doing that again, correcting it, right? If I can't correct it, then it's just who I am, and you will either accept that or you will go away from that. And that's what it is. I don't intentionally try to hurt anybody. I don't intentionally try to make anybody feel bad. But then again, the toxic motherfuckers, they'll say the same thing too, though, right? And then hang up the phone and call. That it's a lot of gossip shit going on with the unhealed emotional manipulators. And I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm gonna end this. There's this chick that she comes across the my YouTube feed, and she is a diagnosed sociopath. And yeah, yeah, mental abuse, mental abuse.
trauma bonds, mental, verbal abuse, just being beat down with words. Hell, that's what they do on that's what they do on the national news over here, Richard. Right? It's mental abuse, national news over here. But this girl, so she goes to counseling or whatever, but she's a sociopath. And when she's doing her channel, she's like, I mean, it's not that I don't care, but I don't care. And I mean, she is straight faced. She don't give a fuck, right? And she's telling you, I don't give a fuck. One of the things that she said that that made me go, oh, hmm. She said, this the sociopaths get a bad rep, right? Like, because they don't give a fuck. And she said, well, what about the empath? Like, you're so quick to judge the sociopath, but you're not judging, y'all don't judge the empath because they have feelings and they care about how everybody else feels. They care about how everybody else feels to the point that they're abusing themselves. And I was like, damn. So I mean, right? The sociopath she's not letting other people, she's living her life, right? She's not letting other people make her feel trauma bonded or make her feel some kind of way. Now, she's doing some other things that we is probably not the most healthy thing to be doing to people, right? Or whatever, but I just saw 2:11 on the timer. But I mean, she said that, and I'm like, I mean, that's for real. We have allowed people to be toxic to us. We allowed mental, verbal, sometimes physical, sometimes sexual. We allowed that because why? Because we didn't want to hurt somebody else's feelings, because we didn't want to rock the boat, because, well, that's your mom. No, no. All right, that's what I got. I'm just saying. I'm not. It's it was it wasn't my fault in the beginning because I was raised by fucking rednecks, right? But it did become my fault to stick around and continue to put up with it. Uh, and it didn't feel good. 212 on the timer. It didn't feel good. And I allowed the not feeling good to continue to go on instead of walking away from it, saving myself. And because I chose to stay in it, because, well, that's my mom, that's my sister, that's my brother. There are so many layers to it. It created so much fucking bullshit. It's taken me a long time, and I'm still not all the way there today. And I think that that's what really got me over the past couple of weeks is that that knowing that I was really hurt in the situation, and I'm really not as healed as I thought I was, I guess. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. And yeah. So um it's but we can't beat ourselves up, right? We can't beat ourselves up because beating beating ourselves up is what keeps the trauma bond, right? Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Floyd. Thank you, seriously, because there were so many times over the years where
like I would have to explain to people, and I guess I didn't really have to explain, but a question would be asked. Well, I'm not talking to my mom, or I'm not talking to my son, and people will look at you like, well, there must be something wrong with you if you're not even talking to your family, right? And that was really hard too. Like, I mean, I'm the common denominator in this situation, right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the thumbs ups. I'm about to go email Adam and see if I can get in on that. Yes. So cool you're from Ireland. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love this reading. It was really sweet. Thank you all for being here, and see y'all next time. Mwah. Peace out, y'all.